super sorry. I just read in the chat that there was some issues with our sound for the last session. And of course, we do not want you to miss anything on our 3-day hackathon. So I'm sitting here in the meeting room right now, re-recording and going with you through the stuff that we just discussed during our session so that you do not miss anything and keep on building. Yeah, so what am I doing here? The talk of this is called What to Build on Solana. Why do we do this talk? Well, there's people, or let's say there's ideas, they come up like every hackathon and they're just proven not to be good to build because like so many people just tried to do it and they failed on tons of different ways. And it's always beneficial to kind of understand what you're into and that you can maybe reevaluate your idea and stuff. Or maybe you don't even have an idea yet, but you want to just build. So I want to show you what kind of resources we have available for you. I will guide you through all the resources we have so that you have a better understanding. This is not to be a long talk. The talk will be maybe like 15 minutes or so, just that you get a grasp overview. Because honestly, there's much out there for you already. And for me, the goal of this talk is more to show you where you can find all those things rather than going with you through each and every entry there, right? So because it's also very straightforward what we're using. But before I do that, I want to point your attention to something. It's called the most made mistakes. Let's call it like this, or let's say the pitfalls. Why am I talking about this? Well, it's super easy. Most of the time you come up with an idea and you don't really know how to evaluate your idea. So there's a few things that you can use to really make sure that you build something that has a high chance to succeed, right? And the first pitfall is solving a fake problem. Honestly, I'm not sure about you, but sometimes it happens that you build something and you actually have no idea about this. Let's say you want to build a car, but you have no idea about how to build a car. So it's pretty hard for you to do that, even if you have no experience in that. And there's many people building products for things that they have no idea with. So make sure that if you build something that you really know what you're building it for. So the best indicator would be that this is something that just came up into your mind. You're like, oh, this would be nice for person XYZ. Sometimes it's just valuable to have something that solves a problem that you are facing. Like, okay, I have this problem. I do XYZ every day and it costs me like tons of hours and I just want to facilitate it, right? And then you can go and see other people that might have the same problem and evaluate with them if this is a true issue. Because sometimes it can happen that you try to build a product and then in the end you try to construct the problem for the product. And it should be the other way around. Yeah. The second part is ignoring Solana's strength. So imagine or remember we're still in a Solana hackathon, right? And Solana is a blockchain that is scalable, that is fast, that is cheap. And making use of that is very important. We also have a concept of PDAs, right? So if you build an app on Solana, you might want to use a PDA. And if you now have a product that's a very specific use case for Ethereum and you just copy it to Solana, it might not be working. So coming up with a nice idea, understanding what tools are available on Solana, what tech is there that you can use for your product is in the end super beneficial. And this is also where we are here for you. So at Super Team, or not our judges, but our mentors and everybody here is super happy to support you with this, to give you some sort of tech support. For example, we have Leo. He can help you if you need a specially designed NFT. And there's also going to be a workshop about this. And there's Nick. He can support you with Blinks. And yeah, I mean, basically every kind of problem that you might run into, there might be, or there is very likely a person who can help you with that. And then the third point is failing to demo your progress. And what this means is pretty straightforward. Even though if you have a POC that you can show like a proof of concept, it is better than not having anything. Sure, there might be people arguing that you can just win with the pitch deck, but let's face it, you are a team, you have different sets of skill sets. You have developers, you have people for communication and marketing, business development, and you don't have to have like a full-fledged product out of this hackathon, but at least showing some lines of code, showing that there's a button, click a transaction, something like that can be really, really beneficial to show because it's really an early proof of concept. It shows that you are able to really build the thing that you want to build. Only with an idea is a super hard thing to do. And then, of course, there's the pitch. I would like to encourage you to even watch Esther's talk, which was today, because she talked about the role of non-technical founders during a hackathon. And I felt it was like super, super valuable because Esther told you, as I said in general, that it is important that you have people that are non-technical in your team. Because now it is not just the time to build the product, it is also the time to communicate your product. And the earlier you go out, you tell your idea to people, you get feedback from them, the more you can formulate your pitch, the more you can be clear about what you want to tell people, the more you can formulate your problem. And then people in the end will understand what you want to say. Like this one-liner that really nails it down. And the way you can get it is to speak about your product. And therefore, the way for you right now is maybe have your X account already ready and then just start sending out those messages, getting first attraction, getting people involved, talking about your product and discussing everything so that you in the end have lots of feedback that eventually will form your product. And then let's say you made everything clear, you had a good communication, you had a great demo. In the end, you also want to create a product that can make money. So if your product is not making money in the end, it's super hard for you to pay your bills, to grow, to get employees and all that good stuff that you really gonna need in the long run. So if you are at this point where everything is kind of working, or maybe even before, make sure how you can monetize this thing so that you know, okay, if I can do X, Y, Z, then I can make money through this nice feature that I implement, through a fee that I have, through some nice tokenomics that I'm gonna develop. So really make sure that this whole idea that you are building is also somehow profitable in the end. Okay, this was the part about the mistakes. Let me guide you now through our resources. And the best resource, I think, is our hackathon resource. So if you go to hackathon.superteam.fun, you come on a website that is only dedicated for hackathon stuff. So there are all kinds of resources that you can think of, and I really, really want to encourage you to go there. Because if you scroll down here, you will see various topics like developer toolkits, hackathon rules, team finders, calendar events. But the most important thing, what I wanted to show you here, is the past hackathon winners. So the reason why I'm telling you this is pretty easy. Every project that's in there has won a hackathon. So if you have an idea and you're not sure if this idea goes into the right direction or you don't really know how to frame it, well, past hackathon winners kind of did it already. So for you, this is a really, really inspirational resource. So you can go to the hackathon winners and then you see all those categories, and the categories are the same categories that we have in the hackathon right now. So for example, if you say you want to build for the DeFi track, you just scroll down here and you click on DeFi. And then you will see all the projects that were submitted. They tell you for what hackathon it was. They tell you what track it was in which they won. Now here, obviously, it is DeFi because, I mean, I clicked on DeFi, right? And then You can also click on those projects itself. Let's say Urani, they won last year. No, they won the last hackathon, first prize in DeFi. And then what you can do, you can read through the description. You can see their GitHub repository. But for me personally, the most valuable thing is their pitch. So I can now just click here on Loom, and then I see their pitch, which is a super valuable source to go through the way they build up their pitch deck, the way they describe the problem, and all those good things. Besides of that, we also have our basic website. It's called superteam.fun. And if I go to this website, I can scroll down to something that's called the Idea Bank right here. And the Idea Bank is a set of, let's say, pre-evaluated ideas, what people out of the industry think it would be valuable to build. For some reason, they had no time, or I don't know why it was not built by them, but at least it is, let's say, your way to go. So let's say if you have no idea what you want to build, but you want to participate in the hackathon, you could go to the idea base and then just look what ideas are in there. You can also scroll down and you also again see those categories or tracks that we have during the hackathon. So it is for you a really, really cool and let's say low-hanging fruit just to go there and to, read through it, see if there is an idea that you like and maybe pick it up and start building on it. There was the idea if those ideas are copyrighted to some extent. And as much as I know, there is nothing like this. It's really just an idea database where you can go and look something up that you want, maybe also just to find some inspiration. But if you find a good idea in there and you want to go for it, there's nothing stopping you. Okay. And after this idea page, we have also the Colosseum page. The Colosseum page is maybe the most valuable page for you. Why? Because after you signed up, this is where the whole world meets. Remember, this is a worldwide hackathon, so it's not just here in Germany. Even though we give you really, really good support, there's so many other teams and incredible people out there that we cannot connect you directly with because we just don't know them yet. So what you can do is you just go to the Colosseum website and you sign up for an account and of course register for the hackathon. And then there's two things that I want you to do. The first thing is I want you to set up your profile because your profile will be visible throughout those channels on the site, right? So for example, I have here saying looking for teammates, and I say I am a backend developer, a front-end developer. I'm looking for a backend developer. I'm interested in XYZ payments, in my opinion, in my case. So I have my skill set. I say what I'm looking for, and then this platform is smart enough to distribute my profile to all the nice people that are looking for my talents or skills. So really make sure that you're good in this profile here, because this profile will be the thing that a person that doesn't know you yet will see and then decide if they want to do something with you or not. Which means, on the other hand, if you are looking for someone, there's of course also a way to do it. And there is two places. So the first thing is the find co-founders area. So if you feel like, okay, you really want to co-found something, then this is the place to be. And if you feel like you just want to participate in a project, there is like looking for a team section. This looking for a team section is also super, super valuable because it is created by people that are right now in the hackathon. So you do not have to go through the idea bank and then pick up an idea and, proceed with that. Here you already have someone who looks for either skills or ideas. In this particular way, what I just told you, looking for a team, it means like there's people out there who want to build something for the hackathon and they're looking for a team. So if you have this great idea, but you look for a developer, you look for someone who's good in social media and communicates your product, this is your way. Just go there and scroll through it, and then you will see people who just say, okay, I really want to do something here in this hackathon. I haven't found my team yet, please. And then there is the product ideas tab. And the product ideas is basically for people who look for ideas and maybe have their team already, or have an idea and are not really actively looking for team members, but they just want to show their idea. You can do this because you want to discuss your idea, maybe. You can do this because you want others to find you using your idea, right? Because you might not really want to, let's say, look for someone who has a particular skill set, but you have this idea, and then maybe people come to you because they like your idea and they bring in their skill set for you. Hope that makes sense. Okay, what else I wanted to show you? I wanted to show you that, of course, you can post your own idea here. Post, if you have an idea, and then showcase it. And you have all those nice filters. So the filters, who would have guessed it, are made for the tracks. So if you say, okay, I need product ideas, or I have a product idea, or I just want to see what are the product ideas. Let's frame it like this. And you say, okay, it should be for the consumer track. Then you just click here, and then you will have a filter that tells you all the ideas that are for the consumer track. If you feel like you want to build for DePIN or for DeFi because you want to create a nice protocol or something like that, then it's the same. You either click on DeFi or you click on DePIN. Let's first reset it. Let's say DeFi. And then, of course, it will give you the list of ideas that are submitted right now on this platform. And again, the cool thing is that there's already people who want to build in this. So you kind of are really close to your idea because you have this idea fixed. You have the person fixed, at least one who wants to do it. And then you can discuss if you can team up or not. Okay. And there's one last thing, which is called the messages tab. I will not click on it because I have messages in there. I just saw and had to re-record it. But if you click on there, there's going to be messages, which means that if a person finds interesting what you're saying, could be in your idea, could be in looking for a team section, in the find co-founder section, they can drop you a message. And therefore, it's super, super important that you come to the website once in a while, and just check it and make sure that there is not a huge opportunity waiting for you to be discovered. Okay. I think this more or less rounds it up. So we talked about all the important things. There's one last thing I wanted to tell you. It is the Discord channel. So if you are on our Discord, what you could do is we have our own channel. It's called Hackathons here. And then we have this channel. It's called Idea Bank. So these are ideas from our community where we basically have also an open discussion about it. So if you don't feel like sharing your idea, let's say on the global stage, you can always just do it in our Discord where we have more like a safe space, and then proceed from there. If you have any questions about this, if you need more help or something like that, I'm super happy to assist you here, of course. We are Super Team Germany, so we do this to help you because we know how hard it is to start with something, how hard it is, especially if you don't have a network right now. So we are the people who are really willing to connect you to other resources, to other super teams. You might see this now and not be in Germany, but there's maybe a super team close to you, or there's no super team close to you, so we can help you directly or whatever it is, The most important thing is that you reach out so we know you exist, and then we can help you in any way possible. We love to help. This is why we're here. So yeah, please don't hesitate. If there's any question, just chill us a message. And yeah, we are super, super happy to connect. You can follow us on Twitter at SuperTeamDE is the handle. We have a Solana Germany Telegram group. Yeah, and this is basically it. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below and I will answer them there. And also, of course, via Twitter once I got those questions for you.